Okay, um, here is a simplified discussion of how to graph in a spreadsheet, which is just a good technicians and engineers tool for grabbing data, making notes, all that kind of stuff. And we have what you see here is that we have a set of data. There's some X data and some Y data, and by this graph, we're going to remake this graph. You can see that this data kind of follows a line. It's a linear function. It happens to go right through the origin where x equals 0 and y equals 0, or close to it. You can come over here and you see x equals 0 and y equals, just a little bit negative. So we'd like to plot this data. When you plot the data visually, you would say to yourself, this looks like a straight line relationship. And it may or may not be a straight line relationship, but let's see what we got. I'm going to click on this graph. I'm going to get rid of it, and we're going to remake it. So you have a label up here, which is X data and Y data, and you have two columns of data. So you just select them. You click on that first one there. I'll do it again. You click on this one, you drag over and down. Now you've got the data. And you go up in your spreadsheet, you go up to Insert, and it says Recommended Charts. And I think the chart we're going to use is one of these. It's called a scatter chart, okay? And we're going to do the one that's right here, which is just the data points. It doesn't try to connect them. You could also, you can also do them and get like the points joined together, and you get that kind of a, jukey line there. Or you can get a smooth thing. I'd say, why doesn't it show me that? We'll just say okay. And nope, that's not it. Chart design. And we can go down here, right click on this and say change chart type. So let's change it to scatter with smooth lines. This one keeps the points. That's why it had that. Let's do this one where it doesn't keep the points. And it tries to make a smooth line out of it, but it's still got jumps. So let's cancel that. And I'm going to go back here and change the chart type back to what it was. It's just these data points. And there's our chart. And, we can make it a little bigger if we like. So it needs a little bit more information on it. And if we go to chart design, up here in this ribbon, you'll see add chart element. Now, I'm in Microsoft Excel, but all this can be done similarly, not exactly the same, in Google Sheets, or LibreOffice Calc is their spreadsheet thing. So if I go axis titles, primary horizontal axis, it says axis title. I go in here and kind of double click or do that. Now I'm just going to say X data. And hopefully you can see that says X data. And I'm going to do the same thing again. Let's see, click the chart. I'm going to say add chart element. Axis titles, vertical, primary vertical axis. And I go in here, and you could do a Control A once you're in there, got the cursor in there. It'll select the whole thing, and we'll just say Y space data. And, whatever, this could be voltage or luminance or something like that. But whatever it is, you label it on there. And then up here, it automatically puts in a chart title for you. It just used Y data. So let's, I'm in there. I'm going to hit Control A, and we'll say LEO-135L example graph number 1. Great. So now we got a graph. Okay. And that's how that's done. There's one other thing we can do here. We can look at the graph properties, I think is the way we do this. Format the chart area. Yeah, I think it's something else. Select data, move chart, paste options, save. Let's see a format. How about format the chart area? No. There is a way, trust me, that we can. Oh, what's this little plus sign up here? Chart elements. Oh, here we go. One that says data labels. You could, if I hover over that, you'll see that it puts numbers on all the dots. Error bars. It shows you some idea of how, changes in Y or changes in X. You'd still have something approaching a straight line. But this guy right here, trend line, okay? And then there's a right arrow, trend line, linear. They're more, you can see there are different types of trends that it'll find. Trend line, linear, and I think there's a place where you can ask it to put in the equation. Ooh, display equation on chart. And then you can display R squared value on chart. R squared is the correlation between the X data and the Y data. And the correlation is pretty good because it forms a straight line. If the data were just all over the place, nothing, no relationship whatsoever, the R squared value would be really small. So I put that on there. And that's good. So there's an example. We had the data and we selected it, and we selected it. Remember, we did insert, and it told us recommended charts. We went to the ones with the dots. You can go to others, you can try others, but the dots worked good for us. And then we went to the chart, and you see this little plus menu that opened up things where we could add a. Let me slide it down here. We could add a. Come on, tell me, people. Where was the thing? Text options. Fill. Border. No, we don't want the border. See if there was something else up here that we could grab. We just did it and I forgot what it was. There's a gradient line. Because we have the trend line, I think probably it doesn't show it to us. And so, we could go in here and format the chart, and it's probably somewhere up in here that we can format selection, chart area, come down here. So, you can see different trend lines here. And but the trend line is really great, especially for linear relationships. You can see, look at this. The R squared value, if everything were perfect, it would be 1.0. We got 0.9982. And that's because Koopy Boy, fixed this data so it would come out nicely. That's why it happened. And here's the equation of this graph. It says y equals 2.2154 times x minus 0.0929. Basically, it says your graph is going to go, very close to going through the origin, and the slope of your graph is going to be 2.2154x. Okay, so we're going to do another example here, and just give me a second, and I'll get back on with you, and that's what we'll do. Okay, so here's a new exercise. This will be graph number 2. I guess it's on its own sheet here. Graph number 2. All right. And so I select the data like I did before. And I can go in here and I go insert. And they've got recommended charts. So now we can do one of those smooth ones. Boy, that looks like a mess, doesn't it? This is a smoothed one here. I'll just put it up there. for the fun of it. And this will be LEO 135L. Example graph number 2. And we're going to want to put some labels on here. So let's go to select the graph, chart design, add chart element, axis labels, primary, horizontal. Once again, we can either select it all or hit Control A, but it's going to be X space data. In real life, there'd be some meaningful name for that. And we go to axis titles again. We go primary. Oh, that was horizontal. No, sorry. Axis titles, primary, horizontal. And I got to do it again. Great. So it's X space data. Sorry about that. Now this time, make sure the graph is selected. Add chart element, which comes from chart design. Add chart element, axis titles, primary, vertical. Then I go click in here, and if I hit a Control A, I can now say Y space data. All right. Simple example. Okay. Now, I'll spill the beans a little bit here. If you've ever seen a parabola, this is a parabola where the data has been randomized a little bit. I mean, here's some data that I typed in for X, and the Y data, if you look at the equation, it has a rand function in it to, mess it up so it's not a nice parabola. So what we're going to do here is, that's one graph. In fact, let's take this thing and we'll call it graph 2A. And then we're going to add another graph. We'll put this up here like that. And slide this down a little bit. And we're going to take this thing and we'll add another graph. Insert. Recommended charts. And we'll go back to our just a bunch of points. And I guess that tells the story a little bit. But now we'll do the same thing we did before. I'm going to go up here and grab this text out of the chart title. That's what this top one is called. I'll come down here and it says Y data. I'm going to put this in and I'll say example graph. We'll say example graph 2B. And we're not to be. Put it down there, and I think we can slide down to this. Can we not? All right. So, what we could do is, now let's keep it there. Or not. Didn't mean to do that. We can put this guy right here, and then we can move this guy up here. And I can make this more of the desktop than it was. All right, now I want to put a trend line in here. So let's go to, I think it was format, wasn't it? Or no, it was over here. We clicked that plus sign and go, how about a trend line? But what kind of trend line? Here, it tries to put a linear one in there. That isn't working. So let's go down here. Exponential, that's not working. There are more options. Polynomial. Well, that's really what we want. Oh, look at that. That looks like a quadratic, doesn't it? And this other guy, I clicked on him. I'm going to get rid of him. We don't even want him. So there's a trend line for us. Now, if we select this trend line, let's do what we did before. We're going to display the equation on the chart, and we'll display the R² value on the chart. And this one comes out. This is a quadratic. It says y equals 0.96x squared plus 0.4317x plus 1.2915. The highest power of x is 2, and so that's a x squared term. That's a quadratic. And if you look at our R² term, it's 0.8717. So this is not as not as good. I mean, that's a decent fit, but it's not as good as the fit over on our linear one over here. Okie doke. So uh, that's pretty much how you do it here. Um, Perhaps I can make a one with Google Sheets and send that over as well. So graphing data, it's really important, and that's the way you do, two-dimensional XY data. Um, okay, talk to you soon, and keep warm this weekend. All right, thank you. Bye.